Hello Taurus, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is your weekly tarot forecast. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And that way you won't miss any of the weekly or monthly tarot readings that we do for your sign. All right, now let's get into it now. See what Taurus needs to know for this coming week. What is the message coming through for you? Two of Swords. All right, well, let's lay out the rest of our Dove and Serpent spread and see if we can put this into some context here. Oh, we've got a lot of swords today. I'm going to say that right off the bat. Now, for our confirmation card, bonus card, mystery card, we're going to go ahead and use the Ancient Italian Tarot deck. And we're just going to use this to see if we can tie the reading together with it or give us the confirmation that we need at the very end. Now, these are all pre-shuffled decks. But let's just see what our confirmation will be. And we're not going to look at this card until the very end. I'm going to leave this right over here by the Dove and Serpent coffee mug. And we're not going to look at that until the very end, so stick around and we're going to see how that might bring everything together, okay? So again, I said that I saw a lot of swords here, a lot of air. The first one that we had was this 2. So I think that there was something going on in the past, right? In the recent past, and I'll get to what that could have been because we have kind of a major card over there in the recent past. But something was going on that has now been settled, right? There was a big argument, a big issue, some kind of major conflict almost. There's a lot of energy. I'm feeling a lot of heat and a lot of energy. But now it's kind of settled out. It's kind of over and done with, and you're looking for a way forward, right? And now you're kind of at that crossroads. You're at that place in your life where now that fire has died down, whatever that was. That fire has died down, and now you've got this choice to make, this decision, right? The 2 of Swords. You're thinking 2 different ways you could go with this, right? A couple different directions you could take. You're not really sure right now what decision you want to make. But I think that decision is coming. I think that in some way it's going to involve this Prince of Swords, this peer. It's going to be someone, I think, the same age as you, or thereabouts, right? Give or take. But they're going to be an air sign. They might have a masculine energy. And that air sign quality, they're either literally going to be an air sign, right? Or they're going to just be someone with whom you can have a really in-depth conversation with about whatever decision this is that you're trying to make, whatever uncertainty you're experiencing right now, this kind of crossroads that you're at. This is somebody with whom you're really going to be able to bounce your ideas off of. They're kind of a sounding board. They're gonna listen, they're gonna interact, they're gonna have opinions, and it's gonna be like an in-depth discussion where hopefully it'll assist you in making your choice, right? And I think again, this is gonna be that masculine energy, air sign person. If not an air sign, it's gonna be somebody who is intellectual, or very good at communicating, a good listener, but also a good speaker, somebody who really has some deep insights into things. And so they're really going to be the right person for you to talk about this with, to see if you can get a clear idea of what you want to do, a clear decision made, right? And now let's look at that recent past and take a look at this Lust or Strength card. It might have been a love affair, right? That big bonfire that we feel that's dying down now, and it's pretty much done. But now you're thinking, where do I go from here? This could have been, the love affair. It could have been that summer fling. It could have been a very passionate experience, right? It could have been. It doesn't have to be a person, right? It could have been a thing, a place, an experience, an event. But there was a lot of passion, a lot of fire, a lot of excitement involved there. So the easiest metaphor, I think, is it was a love affair, right? But it was some experience that you had that had this heat and this intensity to it. I'm feeling the intensity. I'm sorry to talk fast, right? You got to tell me, slow down, Paul, slow down. So, this fire is now winding down, starting to die out, okay? And this is what I see in the recent past. I'm really feeling this heat. I'm almost thinking, it almost feels like you're at this really huge festival, and there's just people and excitement, and it's just really, really busy and extraordinary, and it's fun, and it's just a lot of energy, right? And then by the end of the day or the end of the week, more and more people are leaving, and it's really just winding down. It's dying out. There's just a couple people left, and it looks kind of just dismal now, right? All that excitement is done, and now it's just like the fire's just about gone. There's just trash everywhere. It looks a little dismal, right? And that's kind of the image that I'm getting, that it was something that was really extraordinary and fun and exciting, but now it's kind of run its course, and you're just like, ugh, now what do I do? And that, I think, is what leads us here to this Two of Swords. And I really think it's a good thing that you've got this air sign person that you can talk to about this and really express yourself, get their opinion, get their insights, and they'll be able to reflect things back that'll give you deeper insights. And I think it's going to be a really helpful conversation, right? I think that's kind of the central thing here is that you need to approach this person and utilize them, your support system or your best friend or your family member, whoever you can talk to like that. Utilize that person this week to talk about your feelings and what happened, and kind of see if you can get some clarity, okay? Because I feel like with the Two of Swords, you're really close to clarity, right? Because you're really close to that Ace of Swords. So you're really close. It's not going to take all that much to get you to that clarity. But I think you just need to, have that conversation. Utilize this person. Now, where do I want to go from here? Well, I think let's just stay linear and go to the immediate future, the Eight of Swords. This is a card that is kind of you getting in your own way. This is you with a lot of self-doubt, a lot of self-criticism, putting yourself down, kind of negative thinking, negative emotions that are just keep popping up in your head, right? And you just keep kind of mulling it over and going through this scenario. Or maybe this is you kind of regretting the past, or feeling guilty, or lamenting, or just feeling sorry that it's over, right? I feel like these two cards are pretty connected, and I think it really is you're just kind of reliving this experience, and you're just sad that it's done, or you just feel kind of less confident than you did now. However this ended, whatever this thing was, if this was that love affair that's now over, I feel like you're still kind of going over it in your head, like what it was, what did it mean, how did it feel, did I do something wrong? I feel like you're kind of preventing yourself from moving forward, right? Because this card's really about the mental restriction, or it's our mind preventing our progress, right? We're stuck in this way of thinking that is limiting us. We're being contained. We're being kind of trapped, right, by our own thought processes. And so it's a lot of this kind of thinking that's preventing you from moving forward. And that's what I think is kind of going on now. And I think that's why it comes back to this central idea of, making the conscious choice to move forward, or which road to take, or what decision you have to make, but utilizing your support system, utilizing that air sign person as your sounding board, right? As someone that can just kind of reflect your ideas back to you, kind of like a mirror, and just to be helpful in that way, to have that conversation, okay? Now, the next card I want to go to is what is beneath the surface. And this, interestingly, is the Hierophant card. Now, usually I would say that, the underlying factors of this situation are your connection to a larger group of people, right? So it really could be that this was like some kind of a big festival or a big event of some kind that you experienced, right? That would sort of make sense, I guess. This could also just be an indication, a reinforcement or an echoing of what I was saying here with this person, this support system person, whoever your go-to is when you need to like talk something through. I feel like this is really kind of echoing and reinforcing that you really have to take advantage of your support system right now. Whatever it is that's going on, I think is affecting you more deeply than I originally thought. It could be something that really is more, you're feeling it a lot more than I thought at first. And we see this Hierophant card here saying that, yes, look, this is serious. You need to get, you need to get your support system involved and really take advantage of this person who's there for you. Again, this, if this is an older family member, a close friend, somebody that you can really talk to that can be there with you while you sort this thing out, sort out your feelings, sort out what happened, that event, that love affair, that person, whatever that was. Whatever this lust strength card is representing for you. Okay. And leave me some comments. Let me know how you're doing. Just give me a shout out and let me know if this is resonating with you. All right. The other way to look at this Hierophant card, excluding that support system person, the other way to look at this is saying that this event, whatever this thing is that happened, this love affair or experience, is a good learning experience for you. It's definitely something that, maybe it wasn't meant to last forever. Whatever it was, I think has a lot to teach you about yourself, about the world, about life, about where you're headed, what you want. It's a way for you to get to know yourself more based on how you felt about that situation, how you feel now that it's kind of died out, right? So the Hierophant is there to really teach you about yourself, teach you about your path. Okay, kind of initiate you into your own mysteries, your own myth. And I think it's very important for you to look at it that way. Otherwise, it's just going to be something shitty that happened or something great that's now over, right? There's more to it than that. And on that same path, in that same vein, we've also got the Wheel of Fortune card. Big time fortune. Big time luck, grace, expansion. This is Jupiter. This is all like that kind of fatherly love, right? The very generous, trying to foster your growth, trying to bring you to a greater awareness, an expanded awareness, trust, faith, hope. And I think this Hierophant is kind of trying to initiate you into the mysteries of your own fate, your own destiny, the things that happen to you in life that are meant to be, right? That you couldn't have changed this situation in any way. This was exactly what needed to happen at the right time. This is where you need to be right now, here today. I think listening to this tarot reading is part of this process for you. And I think whether you believe in luck or fate, destiny, or free will, or determinism, whatever it is, I think that it's all true. I think everything is true. And I think that you're on this path for a reason. I think you have choices in how you respond, how you react, how you deal with it, how you express yourself, how you behave and communicate while you're on this path, right? And that is, again, kind of taking some of the lessons of the Hierophant and looking at this as a learning experience, looking at this as something that was necessary for you at this time in your life for whatever reason. And I don't know you. I don't know what those reasons are. But I see with Jupiter here, I think this is a good thing for you. This is going to be to your benefit ultimately. And then not only that, but the Hierophant is ruling the sign of Taurus, right? And Taurus, this is your reading. So this is your card. This is saying that, look, this is all about you and your initiation into your own myth and mystery. Okay? And if you look at it that way, I think you'll get through this kind of tangled thinking that's preventing you from moving forward, preventing you from seeing your future, seeing the potential, seeing the possibilities, seeing your path ahead of you. Right? So with that, let's move over to this path of the Serpent. Now, I want to get this Nine of Swords out of the way quickly. This is really the continuation of the Eight of Swords, right? Eight of Swords that ended the path of the dove. The Nine of Swords that begins the path of the serpent, right? So it's just like step here, step here. It's the next step on the path. And this is kind of a continuation of this tangled web of thinking, this restriction, this mind that is just kind of keeping you from moving forward, right? This restriction of mind, right? This kind of tangled thinking. But this is going one step beyond, where it actually starts to become harmful for you. You start really putting yourself down. I think you might be headed towards this a little bit. And I think this needs to be recognized and acknowledged and dealt with sooner rather than later, right? This potential that you have to really injure your self-esteem and your confidence, right? It's the thinking that goes from just being kind of confused and jumbled and like overly analytical to downright like mean to yourself, right? And like really trashing your confidence and your self-esteem. We got to get over this quick. So we're going to move on quick from that. The next card that we see is the 10 of discs. This is in the position of your relationships, the nature of your relationships with the world, with yourself, with your significant other, your friends, family, loved ones. And this is the 10. This is wealth. This is that idea that you really have an abundant, like loving, supporting system, network of people around you, right? I think that you're really in a good place where there's a lot of people that love you. There are a lot of people that are there for you, that want to take care of you, that are always going to be there for you and not expecting anything in return. It's like you're very wealthy in that way, right? This card is all about wealth. Usually this card's about material wealth, right? You're going to have a lot of money in your pocket, right? So much money, it's going to be weighing your pants down kind of thing, right? It's too much, it's too heavy. But the discs, these earth cards, also contain all of the other elements. So maybe you're a rich person, maybe not, right? Maybe you're wealthy, financially wealthy or not, I don't know. But I think you're definitely emotionally and spiritually wealthy. I think you've got a lot of that good love energy around you. You're wealthy in that way, right? Does that make sense? And so the next card that we have is the obstacle, right? This is the fear or the worry that you have to get over. And with the Three of Wands here, this is maybe a little bit of shame, maybe a little bit of like guilt, or this idea that maybe you've betrayed yourself in some way, and maybe through this situation, it could be tied to this. These are both fiery cards, right? This card's Leo, fire. This is Three of Wands, fire. There's a connection here. So I think you're worried that you may have like let yourself down, or you feel a little bit of shame or guilt, or that you've betrayed yourself a little bit here, right? And I don't know what that situation was. And if you don't want to leave a comment and share what was going on, then obviously, you don't have to share that. And I'm not asking you to. I'm just asking you to let me know that this is resonating. Because if this is, I want you to really hear this and think about it. And definitely reach out to whoever this person is in your life. Okay. And so this is the obstacle, this is that fear that we have to get over. This kind of fear that you've let yourself down, or you've betrayed yourself, or you've done something that you can't turn around from, you can't recover from, right? So this is something to get over. And once you do, we've got the Ace of Discs. We have brand new opportunities. This is the seed for further growth. This is you planting the seed for your future. This is you really taking what we see here with this Taurus card, right? This Earth card, the Hierophant, this lesson, this message, this guidance from your spirit guides, your guardian angel, and really allowing this faith, trust, hope, growth, and expansion into your life. Let all of this energy happen, move forward, make your decision, and you're taking the first step on the path to a just completely successful and fulfilling life. And again, the Earth card, the disc, contains all of the other elements, right? Contains the air and your mental and intellectual freedom and well-being, your emotional joy and pleasure, satisfaction and well-being, your spiritual vital energy, your strength, your power, your health, your spiritual freedom and well-being. So you're planting the seeds for that, and you're taking the first step on the next journey for you. Now that this is over and this energy is going to be clearing through, and it's time to take the first step for the rest of your path and the rest of your journey, the next phase of your life, right? And what does the Tao Te Ching say? That the journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step, right? And this Ace of Discs is that step. So now let's check out this confirmation card. And again, we're using the ancient Italian tarot. This could literally be anything, because we're using the Thoth deck for our main reading, and now we've got a new deck for our confirmation card. So let's see what this is. Wow, that is a stunning card. This is the Knight of Swords, right? This is, essentially a very similar card to this support system card that we saw, right? This was the Prince of Swords, and this is the King or the Knight of Swords. So this is that same kind of, masculine energy, air sign person who is really there for you, really is your support system, really is that person that you would go to when you need to get something off your chest, where you need to sort something out. And I think with this confirmation card is that this person is probably going to tell you some stuff that you don't really want to hear. They're going to be brutally honest with you, and in a good way, in a way that it is going to be healthy and productive for you, but it's some things that you may not be ready to hear, but it's time to get ready. I think it's important that you have that conversation with this person, whoever this person is in your life, right? Now, to get this, it's almost the same card, almost identical cards. But to get the Knight of Swords here, I think is really emphasizing you reaching out to whoever this person is and really listen to what they have to say. I think they're a wise person. I think they have deep insights that you need to hear. Now we're going to take a look at this a little bit more in the extended version. If you want to become a member of this channel, you can click on the link down in the description box, and I encourage you to do so. I think it's well worth the price. And you'll have access to all of the extended versions for all the readings that we do. Otherwise, this was your weekly tarot forecast on Dove and Serpent Tarot.